Good afternoon, people. This is David Suttles with the High Table. Hey, if you like the podcast, please go to my channel on YouTube. It's at the High Table with David Suttles. Hey, I appreciate it. And my expectation that all my friends will follow and subscribe and let's go from there. But today is a special day today. Hey, listen here. I got a business owner here. I got a guy from East Nashville. I got a guy with history in Africa, right? He visited his people in Africa. Hey, listen, I had to have him on here because he's going to be an inspiration to you as he was an inspiration to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Cecil Chapman. Hey, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Thank you for having me. Man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Listen, I followed you silently on Facebook.
No doubt.
And you're a funny dude.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
You're a funny guy, but there's a level of seriousness about you when it comes to business and health and everything.
Absolutely.
But before we get to that, let's talk about, your family was in Kenya?
Guyana. Yeah, Guyana, South America. Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
And then they brought you over to Shepherdwood. How you
yes,
get
sir.
from Guyana
yes, sir.
to Shepherdwood? Please tell that story.
My mother and father came to the United States to go to school.
Okay.
And they arrived here 4th of July, 1977.
All right.
With 2 kids, my 2 older brothers, and they ended up feeling frisky, and they ended up having me
That'll do it.
in 1978. So I was actually born in the States, but all my roots, all my family before me is from Guyana, South America. So it was a great honor for me to go back and see where my parents was born.
Hold up, I messed up. I said Africa. You said South.
That's all right, yeah, because people get Ghana and Guyana. They think they're interchangeable. So it's Guyana, South America, and Ghana
Africa.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm learning already.
No doubt.
So they brought you here to Shepherdwood. Who were your initial friends in Shepherdwood?
Man, so when I first got to Shepherdwood, the person that's the closest to me in life right now, my mother passed in 2009. So after my mother passed, the closest person to me is Anthony Carlos Petway.
Okay.
That's the absolute closest person to me, knows me. I got 2 blood brothers, but no one knows me better than Petway. Nobody.
And y'all met on the playground on Bethwood, or y'all met?
We shared backyards.
Oh, wow.
My backyard and his backyard was connected.
Okay.
So we met and we was inseparable. He's my big cousin. All his family knows me. All my family knows him.
Wow.
So you would think that we were blood related, but we actually aren't. But you wouldn't be able to know because everybody in my family, even abroad, knows who he is and vice versa.
Wow. So y'all have lifelong friendship.
Absolutely.
Or was it just playing together in the backyard, playing football, basketball, or y'all had a similar household?
So Petway's born in 1978, but he born in January. I'm born at the end of the year. So he took pride in calling himself big cousin. Even though we born in the same year as big cousin. He born 11 months before me. So he always had that protective spirit for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he always protected me. All my kids, every time they were born, if I'm at the hospital, he's there with me.
Wow.
Wherever we did. If I was in trouble, he was the only one that my mom would let in the house. Like, you in trouble, but Petway can come in.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got in trouble together. We used to get whoopings in tandem.
Right.
If we got in trouble at my house,
absolutely.
My mom would send me over to his house, let me get my whooping by his mom, and then I'll come back home.
Well, because she knew you had something to do with it.
No doubt.
In some capacity.
No doubt.
A good mother knows that she knows her children.
Absolutely.
So, you're from South America to East Nashville. What elementary school did y'all go to?
So I went to Aiken Elementary.
Okay.
So I went to Aiken Elementary. It's out South Nashville. My brothers went to J.T. Moore.
Okay.
So we moved out to East Nashville in 1986.
Okay.
So we moved out to East Nashville. I went to Greymar Elementary, excuse me.
Greymar.
Yeah, Greymar. And then I went to a private school called F.H. Jenkins.
Yeah.
And then from F.H. Jenkins, I transitioned into Highland Heights and then to Maplewood.
Wow. Let's talk about that. Highland Heights. Let's go back a little bit. Was it a big transition mentally coming from South America? No, your roots were from South America to Americanization of East Nashville and how they kind of did their thing. Was it similar, or did you see that it was different in some capacity?
Well, my parents are real big on education.
Okay.
Real big on your academics, whether it's math, spelling, writing, arithmetic, whatever it was, they're real big on it. And that's
right.
And that's something that they hold real big back in South America. So that was something that was embedded in me, you know what I'm saying? Even though I was born in the States, a lot of my cousins would laugh and say, man, you're Americanized. You're Americanized.
Right.
But
right.
Truth be told, I was taught the ways of South America as far as being determined and focused on academics and education and grades and things of that nature. So, yeah.
Wow. And so you took that background, that understanding, then you took it to Highland Heights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who was over there at Highland Heights? Was Whitworth with you?
Oh, my gosh. So, listen, let me tell you, man.
Okay.
I absolutely love Whitworth. He's my favorite point guard.
Yes.
I was at F.A. Jenkins for 3 years, from my 5th, 6th, and 7th grade year, and I got asked to come over there and, give Highland Heights a try. So
yeah.
I went from a private school where we used to play against St. Pius. We used to play against like John Henderson, Baby Shaq. Baby Shaq,
yeah.
Slay. There were Marcus Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald, okay.
Over there at St. Pius. So I thought I was pretty decent playing against those guys, but Dashawn Staten and Jonathan Whitworth was like gods to me. So when I was told that I can come to Highland Heights and not only play with them but start with them, I'm like, man, let's make this happen. So I only played 1 year of middle school with them. I played the 8th grade with them. I started with them, and I think I can go on record to say this. Yeah, I was the only person that year that dunked. I was dunking in the 8th grade.
Okay.
But that was before Instagram and everything. So I wasn't all that good. I just got a lot of hops.
Okay.
And I was all right.
No, pop your stuff. Guys.
I was just all right.
I got to give a hand clap to Dashawn.
Man. Yeah. Hey, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
This kid could play basketball.
Yes, he could.
Play basketball. He was tough. He was mean. He was arrogant. Yes. He could talk their talk. He'll fight you on the court.
Yes.
But the nicest guy off the court.
That's the fact.
Give you the shirt off his back.
That's a fact.
Nice.
That's a fact.
I met him at the, we had a boot camp program.
Yeah.
And we would take the kids to the Smyrna Air Force Base.
Oh,
for 2 weeks at a time in the summer. It was him, Boosie, Big John, Tojo out of
I know you're talking about.
out of Dodge City.
Yeah.
We take these cats, man, and program with them for 2 weeks at a time, and they loved it. We took them out of the environment, taught them, all kind of skills, interviewing skills, conflict resolution, HIV and AIDS training,
That's
all the stuff. And so they were good as soon, during the program. Soon they get back to the hood, the hood just kind of don't let you go sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And when I found out that Dashawn had passed away, man, I was hurt, man. A lot of us was hurt, man. That's true. A lot of promise. So, but yeah, not to get off topic, but you said that name, man, and resonated with me.
No doubt.
Let's talk about Whitworth.
Man,
Jonathan Whitworth.
Humble. True point guard.
Yes.
He's gonna get you involved, but when it's time to get his buckets, he gonna get his buckets. He did his thing, man. It might not have looked as flashy as you would want it to look, but at the end of the game, you'll be like, he dropped 20 and 10. What?
Right.
And like Sud just said, he was a beast. He actually led the nation in 3-point percentage. A lot of y'all can go Google it. He led the nation in 3-point percentage for a portion of the year at MTSU. So y'all go look that up, man. Shout out to Jonathan Whitworth, our point guard.
That's right, point guard. So you go to Highland Heights, you meet all these guys, these fantastic guys. Then you matriculate over to Maplewood. How was that? What did you hear about Maplewood before you went over there?
So I was at Maplewood before I was at Maplewood. So we used to come over there to the talent shows and everything.
Right.
So I had a lot of people that was there before we were, and so we used to come over there. We enjoyed it. We loved it, man. But when we got there, the crazy thing about it is I honestly felt like our starting five could have played varsity. But Coach Gamble had to make a decision. So he took, in my opinion, the best two people that he could have took. Douglas Robinson, rest in peace to Douglas Robinson. He was a center. He was very fundamental. So he took Douglas Robinson. And then he also took Jonathan Whitworth. Those two guys went straight varsity. And then after the season, he brought the rest of us up. So,
Yeah, I'll tell you a crazy story. Walter Whitworth, his brother, almost quit.
Man, Pony was a beast.
Pony was nice. He almost quit his junior year because Booker Martin, Booker's a nut. He felt like he was better than Booker.
Oh, wow.
And he almost quit. And those guys used to go at it heavy in practice because Walter wanted that spot. And Booker wouldn't give it up. And so finally when Booker graduated in 87, shout out to Booker, he gave the ball to Walter. Wow. And Walter was very good, man.
Jump shot, so
he could have went to college, man. Different situations. I tell you, man, I'm here because a lot of guys really had other stuff going on in their lives.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And I never forget that. I'm grateful for God putting me in that position. But there's a lot of guys that are better than me.
Wow.
Michael Stewart, Tim Seabree, Walter Whitworth. These guys had grown-up responsibilities at 17. And that's somewhat unfair to a degree.
Wow.
But, that's just life sometimes, man. And I know for a fact these guys could have gone, not pro per se, but got a free education.
Free education. That's the goal.
That's the ultimate goal. And so when you speak of Maplewood, man, I have nothing but fond memories, man. Let's talk about your first day at Maplewood. Your first. I know you remember it because I remember my first day. Let me tell you about your first day.
My first day was great, man. Because like I said, our whole starting five was like we felt like we were celebrities when we got to Maplewood.
Uh-oh.
So as a freshman, we dating seniors.
Talk that talk.
We dating seniors. I got laughed at because I was holding hands walking to class with one of the singers, but I'm like, hey, she a senior, I'm a freshman, I'm a hold hands, Right. So, we were really focused on basketball. Mm-hmm. That was just what we did. We played all day, all night, So it's different nowadays. I mean, a lot of training goes on nowadays, and the kids are a lot more skilled. I'm gonna give them their props, but I think the heart and the tenacity and that dog came from us being out there on that pavement from early morning to early night. So on Saturdays we out there early. On Sundays we out there early. Right after school we rushing to finish homework to get there, and we played until if you had night light, if you had lights, if you had Hartman Park and the lights come on, and you still keep on playing.
That's right.
If you're in Shepherdwood, we couldn't afford lights. So when the lights go out, we done. You know what I'm saying? Right. But we played as long as we could, and I feel like that was what gave us that edge as far as being a bulldog. Now, as far as being more skilled, they train left and right nowadays. Right. So I'm going to take my hat off and say, hey, you know what? The current classes, they will come across as being more skilled.
Right.
But that dog takes you to the next level in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying?
You're so true. And I was talking to Dante Jones about this a few months ago. We all love Dante Jones.
Shout out to Dante Jones.
Yes, sir. And he said that the absence of a simple game of 36 has taken away that tenacity that you talk about. Now, in 36, you learn, let's talk about it. You learn how to defend yourself. Because you're going to fight.
First you got there on that island, too, one-on-one. Yeah.
One-on-one. You learn how to beat the double team.
No doubt.
You learn how to double team someone.
No doubt, especially when that game points.
Come on now. They get tired of you winning now.
Come on now.
And then lastly, you learn how to fight.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a fight for your life, but you're fighting for that basketball.
And you learn how to play through contact, because at the end of the day, if you have more faith in you playing through contact, you're not going to call ball.
No.
You're not going to call ball because you're going to get that in one to win the game.
That's right.
Or whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
You could be dirty and say, you don't leave the paint.
Come on now.
Or you get one dribble.
Man, come on.
Or two dribbles.
And that's how it was.
See, so you take those, how you learn those skills that these people are paying for.
Yeah. True.
See, these are innate skills that you develop just by happenstance, just by playing in Hartman Park, giving a damn. If it's packed, every game matters.
Every game matters. It's going to be forever before you get back up.
You're not going to go home.
Be forever before you get back up.
That's right. And so you learn that type of stuff, and it spills over into your life.
No doubt.
I asked Avery Patton one time, why does he fight so much? He said, man, this all I know is to play this hard. It's all I know. And so if you look at his background coming from Dodge City, everything was a fight. A bunch of brothers, a bunch of cousins. The food was a fight. Your clothes was a fight. The basketball court was a fight. Not a physical fight per se, but you got to be first.
Yeah, no doubt.
If you're last, you don't.
You have pride in being first.
Pride. You took pride. So Avery was a hell of a student. People may not know that. I mean, a straight A student at Trevecca. Did well. I mean, just played some pro basketball. So he's one of my mentors. I tried to be like him when I was growing up, watching him at Trevecca. Try to walk like him, talk like him, shoot like him. He don't know that, but he don't know that. But I'm not ashamed to say that other people exposed me to a different way of doing things.
We don't get enough credit in Nashville for having the hoopers. Before the cameras came on, we were just you were just talking about how many Bulldogs we got. Like how many, especially that went through a lot of different colleges, but like even Trevecca, you got B. Howard that went to Trevecca. You got so many other ones. Deion Lyons came out of Maplewood, went to Trevecca.
Yeah.
Cynthia Berry that came out of Stratford that went there for a little bit. You got so many players that, not just Trevecca, but I'm thinking about Trevecca right now, but so many different schools. And it seems like we don't get we get it, but we don't get it on that level, like that national level.
Well, here's the thing. Certain areas of the country are viewed as a pipeline to college or to the pros. And Nashville wasn't. 3 hours down the road, you got Memphis.
Come on now.
But when we was coming through, they grew big in Memphis.
Yeah.
Chattanooga had 16 guys, 6'8" guys. Memphis had a bunch of guys that were low post guys, 6'7", 6'8". Where that come from?
Man, true.
When we played them in the state, Memphis Northwest, our center was Larry Woods, who was 6'2". Wow. Boo was 6'3". Their center was 6'5". They drug with a tumble. He throwing everything. With a 6'4" point guard, 6'5". We never seen that before.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? And so you got Memphis, which is Shelby County. Then you got Arkansas right across the line. And then you got Mississippi on the other side. So a lot of talent down there, man. But at the same time, you look at our core now in football. You got Pipeline down there. They've been winning the state 7-8 years in a row. See, so each city has their own players, man, and now I think it's Pearl Cone in basketball and football.
No doubt.
We got to find a way to get them boys at TSU, but it's tough to go to TSU when Alabama calls.
Man, it's very tough.
But here's the thing, though, and I know you thought about this. If you're trying to go pro, you got to be strategic. Why would I go to Alabama when all 5 stars go to Alabama?
That's true.
I can go to Tennessee State and
stand
film, and stand out, get the yards. That thing ain't finna give you no time.
Well, look, let me ask you something, though.
Anything.
I got a question because we were talking about big men.
Okay.
And this is a conversation I had with a couple of my homeboys that play ball. Do you feel like back in the day, our big men in certain schools were held back? You ain't got to say which school if you agree with me or if you disagree with me.
Right.
But I feel like when you go to other states, they coach their players up for the next level. So they might have a couple of set plays to get their big man out on the perimeter. Whereas what I noticed, and I could be wrong, what I noticed down here is if you're a big man, if you're 6'3" or taller, you in the paint, you stay in the paint, and then when you get to the next level, you ain't nothing but a wingman. But now you out there dribbling with your back to the goal, all the way out on the perimeter because you're not comfortable facing up because the coach didn't give you any plays or anything for you to get out there on that perimeter to play like that.
Well, here's the thing. You have to work on that game that you talked about, not in practice, but outside of practice. So if all you showing him is your post play, he gonna stick to that. Think about when we first started playing junior pro, all big kids play up on the basket.
True.
So you have to work on your game to show them you're not just a low post player.
That's true.
See, so if you don't say nothing, that's what you're gonna be. But now, fast forward to right now, and thank goodness for the European players, they master all 5 positions.
Come on now.
And we're worrying about dunking.
Yeah.
They're worrying about footwork.
True.
And you look at some of the slowest guys in the world, Dirk Nowitzki, Luka.
Yeah.
But their footwork is spectacular.
That's a fact.
They know how to handle the ball,
That's a
see the ball. And so our priorities are different. And what the NBA now is doing now is trying to push out the traditional point guard. This is how I rate a great point guard. Can he run a team and don't score no points and still win? Can you manipulate the game in such a way where you can add a little bit of points, but you direct it? The last one is Chris Paul. That's the last one. Him, Rubio just retired. But now the point guard is shooting 20, 25 shots a game. Steph, Ja, Russell Westbrook. And there's no knock to them, but my point guard are traditional point guards. Rondo.
That's traditional.
A guy can control everything, score when he needs to.
Everything he needs to do.
See, that, in my opinion, are the best point guards. Now, you have to look at Steph in a different way. He changes the tempo differently by his three-point shooting.
Yeah.
So that gets people open. So depending on how you like it, is he a point guard traditionally, or you have no other place to put him? Because he's not a small forward, not a center.
No.
He's not a power forward.
No.
So by proxy, he has to be the point guard.
Point guard.
So does he do something to get you wide open, or the fact that he shoots so far out, you have to push up and people are open? It all depends how you look at it. I mean, the game is different now, but I like point guards that can, Jason Kidd, that can run a situation. Derek Williams.
Come on, man.
So I like that. I'm older, so that's what I like to see.
Yeah,
you know
I agree with you. That's what I like to see as well. That's right on point.
I just don't think my point guard need to shoot 20 times a game. That means you're not getting shots.
No doubt.
I don't like that.
I agree. And that's how the game has evolved. That's what the game has evolved to now, because you don't have that many true point guards left in the game because they feel like they're absent if they're not scoring, when at the end of the day, you're supposed to be controlling the momentum of the flow anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Before I get off task, I want to get back to you. We can talk sports all day. One of the greatest point guard performances I've seen were Chris Paul and Jason Kidd in the Olympics. It was LeBron, Kobe, KD, and these guys ran the whole game. It was like they painted a masterpiece, guy, because why shoot when you got KD? You got LeBron. You got Bosh. You got Dwight Howard. Why?
They don't need to.
They don't need to. You got Kobe.
Yeah, they don't need to.
No, God. They got everybody in position. Yeah. Everybody took the shot they needed to take. Everybody in the Olympics shot, 10 to 12 times?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Everybody got their shots up.
Come on now.
Wow.
That's a point guard. But forget them busters, them rich old busters. Ain't worried about them. Okay, so you're at Maplewood. You make some lifelong friends.
No doubt.
What's your fondest moment of Maplewood? We talked about when you first got there, you holding hands with a senior. Shout out to that senior, whoever name is. But let's talk about your fondest moment at Maplewood.
Man, my fondest moment at Maplewood.
That's a tough question.
I ain't gonna lie, no. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got off track at Maplewood. So my fondest moment at Maplewood was graduating, because a lot of people might not know this. I'm officially class of 97. That's my year that I was supposed to graduate, but I walked the class of 98 because I had to go back for half a semester.
Really?
Yeah, because I got off track. You know what I'm saying? For me, basketball meant so much to me that first semester I knew I had to go on there and do what I had to do to get on the basketball court. And after the basketball season was over, I'm like, man, I started lollygagging.
Right.
So it caught up with me, and I was able to walk with my class 1997, but graduate. My diploma says 1997, but I actually walked with class of 98. I had to go to a half a semester at Stratford.
Wow. You a Spartan. No, there's a Spartan in here.
I had to go half a semester at Stratford. So my fondest moment was having my mother see me walk across that stage after I got off track.
That's crazy. So what led to this somewhat being off track? And I'm gonna tell you, shout out to your grades after sports, because I struggled in college after basketball.
No doubt.
Oh man, I had no inspiration.
Yeah, that's me.
You know what I'm saying? I needed that. So, but anyway, what caused that? Just friendships, hang with the wrong people, or just some bad decisions that young people make?
Man, bad decisions. I really wasn't. So for my brothers made a vow to my mother that they were gonna keep me out the streets. But what that did for me, that made me more in tune with my sexual side. Because when I got into college, they wasn't playing NWA, because they're like, no, we're gonna keep our little brother out the streets, but they playing Isley Brothers.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? They playing guy. Right. So here I am. I'm 8 years younger than my brothers. So they 16, I'm 8, and all I'm hearing is in between the sheets and and all this. So guess what it does? It doesn't lead me to the streets. It leads me to the sheets.
Right.
So I'm chasing gals chasing me. We chasing each other. We skipping school. that, and it went all the way left. Like there's a joke going out, and I don't officially know if it's true, but they say that I officially put the first kid in the Maplewood daycare.
Oh man!
So my daughter was born in 1993. I was still in high school. I didn't graduate in 97. I mean,
but 90. You get a hand clap for that.
I mean, my daughter was born in 1995. Excuse me, and then I didn't graduate in 97. And I don't know what year the daycare opened, but it's been a going joke that I put the first kid in the Maplewood daycare. So.
Hey man, you making history, guys.
I don't know if it's for the right thing.
You're making history. So what did you learn from those mistakes?
Man, I don't want to say I don't like teaching second chances, because second chances are there to be had, but it let me understand that there are second chances. And like I said, the reason why I say I don't like teaching second chances, because sometimes if you teach that, it tells a kid, let me go make a mistake.
Right.
Just because I know I have a second chance.
Right.
You don't always get that second chance.
Right.
You don't always get that second chance. So for me, I don't like preaching that or teaching that, but we all hear about a grace. You know what I'm saying? We all hear about grace, and the grace that we're here by allows us a second chance. So all my mistakes that I made in high school, having a kid in high school, it all came back for me to say, you know what? God allows second chances, and because of those second chances, man, I'm here today. I got my oldest daughter's 30 years old.
Wow.
My youngest is 24. I got 5 kids. All of them grown out the house. I got collectively with me and my wife, we got 12 grandkids and 1 on the way. So
man, so, y'all get a hand clap. One thing I'm hearing from your story is somebody that learned from their mistakes.
No doubt.
You created tons of teachable moments to anybody that speak with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're able to live through some tough times. So let's talk about your parents. How do you tell your parents from South America that you have a baby on the way in high school? Talk about that for a hot. See, look, he started sweating right now, y'all, because the stress of it.
Shout out to my Aunt Jordan that's not here no more. Rest in peace to my Aunt Jordan. My Aunt Jordan caught me at the hospital at a checkup and went and told my mama. So I didn't tell my mama. My mama found out through my aunt. Now, a lot of y'all may or may not know, my dad is and was an active pastor.
Okay.
So can you imagine telling a pastor,
an active
pastor, that at the age of 14 you've conceived a child? You know, so I made up a big lie.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Y'all took my allowance, so I had to go to a sperm bank. I'm still a virgin. I didn't have sex.
Oh Lord!
I went in and did what I had to do to get some money, and on the slip it had, do you want the recipient to be in contact of the donor? And I said, I checked the yes mark.
Okay. And
that's what I said. And he didn't believe me, but at the time I thought he did. It wasn't until recently I found out that he didn't believe me, because he told me I tell too many details when I lie.
Right. So those experiences, you think they shaped you into the man you are today?
Absolutely, because my kids, I did have one of my kids that had kids at a very, very young age, and it prepared me to be able to handle that situation a lot differently, because my parents handled it the right way. I was gonna say they handled it the right way. They put that supportive net that I needed under me, and they didn't act like my kids were a disappointment, but they let me know that I made my life a little more harder by having them.
Got it.
You know, and because of the way they handled that situation, it kind of brings me to one of the analogies I always use when I go talk to the youth at YDCs, at youth detention centers. Sometimes when you get the blessing in the wrong time, the blessing can actually be almost like a curse. If I walk into a classroom right now and hold these keys up to the Mercedes-Benz and say to a class of 5th graders, and I say right now, hey, who wants this blessing? I don't know a 5th grader that wouldn't raise their hand.
Right.
But do a 5th grader really know how to operate this car in a manner that won't kill them? So if I allow them to get this so-called blessing before their time that they're not mature enough for, it ain't gonna do nothing but probably hurt them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So for me, And even in my recent years in life, what I try to do is I try to tell myself if there's something that I feel like I don't have that I should have, I turn it inward and say I must not be mature enough for it. So I start working on myself more because I feel like God ain't gonna hold nothing away from me. He just wants me to mature enough for it to be able to receive it.
Bars. I thought Jay-Z was the only one with bars, but he got bars. I'm gonna give him a hand clap. I like this hand clap thing, you know. So it sounds like that, you know, you've had some trauma in your, not trauma, but you had some turmoil in your life.
No doubt.
And you've been able to work through that. How do you talk to your children when they go through things? Do you sit them down slowly? Do you yell? Do you scream? Or do you rely on those lessons from your mom and dad?
I let them know that if it's a decision that they make, I let them know that that's the decision that they made and they're going to have to figure it out. I'm here to support.
Preach.
That's just what I tell them. You know, I just had a conversation with one of my daughters today and says, hey, the situation you in is the situation you chose. So
right.
I'm going to allow you to work yourself out of it.
Right.
I'm just here. I'm not here to push you left or push you right. I'm here to support because you got to figure it out. So that's just what I'm real big on. I'm real big on if you put yourself in that situation, I'm gonna give you opportunity to work yourself out of it because what ends up happening is I think we enable our kids I'm supposed to be there for my kids. And I'm not saying you're not supposed to be there for your kids.
Okay.
But when my kids call me, I'll be like, you know what? Hey, give me a second. I'm handling something right now. I'm gonna get right back to you. And then 15 minutes later, I'll get a phone call. My son will call me and be like, Dad, guess what? I sat down and I prayed and everything just opened up for me and this, that, and the other, and this came, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now, had I just jumped and said, you know what, I'm supposed to be there. This is my only son.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they can become dependent on that.
Right.
So we gotta let them find their way sometime.
And what I call that is letting the young people bump their head a little bit.
No doubt.
And it's tough.
No doubt.
It's tough. You know, my son, he's graduating from college. And he's graduating from college. As a matter of fact, he's downstairs chilling. But it's tough because I want him to be that kid that I used to bounce on my knee.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But I thank God that now I'm able to be with him in this phase of his life because his mother and I divorced when he was 5 years old. Mm-hmm. And so I wasn't able to be in the household of what I thought were the important years of his life.
Mm.
But now God saw fit that at 22,
I love it.
Now I get real conversation. I told my son, I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to cuss at you. You're grown now. Mm-hmm. Now you get the real conversation.
No doubt. See,
no doubt. You can't behave like you did at 17. The laws and rules are different.
Come on now.
So I can talk to you.
Come on
so
now.
Our relationship has blossomed. And I'm going to tell you something. I see his mother kind of allowing me those reins to just kind of take a little bit off her plate as far as tough conversations.
No
now,
doubt.
We used to battle. You know, me and her used to battle, man. She's a good woman, a damn good mother, man. But that's only child. A little backstory. He was born the day after her father died.
Oh, wow.
So that connection is thick.
Yeah,
and I don't mess with that connection. See? And so, but fast forward to where you are with your children, I think good parents come from having gone through some stuff.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah, that's true.
We don't act like that everything is perfect. We've lied to our parents. We probably stole some money from our parents.
No doubt.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's what.
Come
on now.
Oh
my God. Yeah, I got stories on that. Right. Like, I'd rather go to jail than talk to my dad.
Yeah.
My dad was 6'4", 300 pounds,
Ooh.
man. Oh, man. He carried a thick leather belt. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. But I think that based on where you come from and your ideals, how do you look at raising a child now, if you had a younger child, in today's society, knowing that you're a traditional child? How could you handle, what would your positioning be in that regard?
Man, I think right now, it will all fall back to this in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, I'm not going to say this is the know all, end all. I'm not saying this is the ultimate thing, but the internet is unforgiving. You got to be careful what you put out here on this internet. You got to be careful because a lot of times, once it's out there, it's out there.
Forever.
You can't take it back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take it back. Once the video gets out there, screenshot, screen recorded, you can delete it, but it's out there.
It don't take long, man.
It don't take long at all. So you got to be careful, especially if you call yourself somewhat of a popular kid. People are watching. They're waiting for you to make a downfall. So you have to be very careful. And even if you're not that kid, if it's an embarrassing moment, I just would put the phones down. I mean, everything, man. Listen, everything. I take very, 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 very long showers on purpose because that's the one place that I go where my phone don't have to go with me, right. And I can have some time to pray, to just meditate, relax, and be disconnected.
Right.
Disconnected. And my wife asked me the other day, why do you take such long showers? And that's why I want to, because we own 6 businesses, and I'm the direct contact for all 6 businesses. And
so your phone is jumping all the time. Email jumping all the time.
Right. And when I get in that shower, I ain't got time for it.
Wow.
That's my time. So back to your question, I just want to tell these kids, you got to be careful with this internet, and you got to understand that they say I used to be a part of a nationwide anti-bullying campaign.
Okay.
Online bullying was one of the it was the leading cause of suicide.
Wow.
So, I know we were taught sticks and stones may break my bones, but words they never hurt. I know that's what we taught. You want to try to, build that toughness up in your kids, in your offspring or whatnot, but words do hold some weight. It is what it is. So you got to be careful what you put out there. You got to be very careful with this internet, man.
The internet, I've had a handful of people commit suicide.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of going down towards mental health and stuff.
No doubt.
Beautiful lady, when I was married a few years ago, and she was our neighbor, did well, had a fly career, committed suicide.
Wow.
Who knew, didn't nobody really know what was going on internally. How do you feel about coming from where you come from, East Nashville, growing around tough guys? How were you able to maintain your mentality, your during those tough times? What did you do, or did you know you was actually going through it? Just kind of talk to me about that. So I'm going to get your thoughts.
I don't know if any of y'all, a lot of people might be looking at this from all over the world, all over Tennessee, Nashville, whatnot. Might not know this name I'm about to say, man, but shout out to Steve Grisham and Charles Hassel.
Oh, man.
They were like big brothers to me, and I remember a situation, man. I feel like even if you in the hood, even if you in a tough area, once people know that you are sold out for your vision, they're gonna back you up on that vision too, regardless of what they got going on.
Right.
I remember a time I'm walking up the street, summertime. I got a pad in my back pocket because I used to call myself a little rapper. Had a pencil in my hand, not the yellow pencil, but the pencil, the recyclable pencil, look kind of brown.
Right.
Big Steve thought that I was smoking a joint. Guess what he did?
What he do?
They had one of them yards in Shepherdwood that didn't have a lot of grass.
Okay.
And he put them hands on me. Hose piped me down.
Wow.
I got real dirty. Called my mama and said, Miss Chapman, he wasn't in no fight. I thought he was doing this, that, and the other. And this, that, and I sent him home with some outfits. That crocodile was real big.
Absolutely.
He gave me a yellow crocodile, green, red, all different crocodile. Sent me home. And, Steve back then, this 30 years ago, whatever, 20 years ago, he was in the streets, and he knew that my mom might not have really too much care about what he was doing. But my mama said, hey, she told me, go bring him. I need to meet him. And till my mom's dying day, my mom always looked out, cared, and wanted to know what Steve had going on, because he took an interest in me being the best that I could be. Right. So shout out to Steve Grisham, Big Steve, man. That's like my big brother right there.
It takes someone to see things in you that you don't even see.
No doubt.
We live in a space where mental fatigue is serious.
Mm-hmm.
Not just kids are committing suicide, but grown-ups as well. When I worked at Whitesview High School, a young lady committed her suicide after a breakup. In that moment, and I got to be honest, I can understand how in that moment that's the most important thing in the world.
No doubt.
That breakup. They may have been having sex. I don't know. Who knows? But at that moment, nothing else mattered.
Yeah.
And so, having a 22-year-old who's about to embark on a lot of ups and downs, being an adult, just being a black man, I'm kind of nervous for him.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? And you know, he has a phone. He's on the phone. Our kids on the phone. I'm on the phone. But man, to your point, the internet is vicious, man.
Vicious.
And when they find out that you can't handle something, they tap into that.
They go after it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you a great example. Shannon Sharp. I love Shannon Sharp. Mm-hmm. One of my favorites. But once they find out he's sensitive,
they go after him.
They go after him. Now think about it. He worth $50 million. He tried to fight somebody at a basketball game. Mm-hmm. He tried to pull up on Mike Epps. Mm-hmm. Now he did whatever with a young thing. I ain't really mad, but that's anyway. But what I'm saying is, a man of that stature, shouldn't even be worried about this.
Shouldn't even be worried about it.
But once they saw, you could talk about his clothes, how he looked.
Yeah, and it would affect him.
It would affect him. Next thing you know, he got overflowed with all that stuff, and he's at this point still trying to respond to everything, and that's may lead to his demise if he don't get a hold of it.
Man, you know what? I just saw something this morning, and it was very powerful. And I started to think about it after I heard it. Mm-hmm. Kim Bell, shout out to Kim Bell, Binky Bell, but Kim Bell posted this morning. One of the things that she loves is the power of non-response. She said she's in a season of her life where responding don't mean that much to her. Wow. She said she gave an example. She said you might not care or agree with their lifestyle, and it's true, but Jay-Z and Beyonce don't respond to nothing.
You'll be lucky.
They don't respond to
You'll be lucky for them to even say hello.
They don't respond to nothing.
I think if you want to protect what you have, you can't.
Yeah.
And just so happens that it's Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah.
It should be all of us.
No doubt.
Because you and I can read the same Bible verse and get two different meanings.
Yeah.
If they were heavy on the internet, the things that they say can be easily misconstrued.
Yeah, you can
interpret it wrong. Yeah. And so what they do, hey, if we're going to make it, and the end goal is for the rest of our lives, we can't respond. Our home has to be a place of refuge, a place where we can bump our heads, stump our tongue, play around with each other, laugh, and joke. Yeah. Because once we hit the outside world, which is proven, don't give a damn about you.
They don't. Man,
listen. And I love that. You're barely sharp. I like Kim. She's real sharp.
Yeah, she is.
And that's a word. But again, some of us feel like we got to have the last word. We got to respond.
It was put into us. That way, man. And until you retrain yourself.
Right.
Until you retrain yourself, man, a lot of those things can lead to your demise. Like a lot of times, a lot of people call my wife and myself asking about like, what can I do with my weight? What can I do with this? What can I do with that?
Right.
And until you like peel the layers of the banana back, just peel the layers. Just keep on peeling them back and go to the root. So like when you think about us as a kid, we weren't able to. We couldn't push away from that table until the food was gone.
That's right.
Right. So if you don't have portion control in place, and in your mind, you know you're not supposed to push away from the table until it's gone. If whoever you with, whether it's your auntie making your plate, your spouse making your plate, if they put Mount Everest on your plate, you triggered to say, I gotta finish all this.
That's right.
So you have to really find the source so you can really address it the right way.
I agree. On many nights, I couldn't go outside because I wouldn't eat Brussels sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't finish my plate. I didn't eat squash. The things that are, and shout out to our parents, they didn't
know. No doubt.
They didn't know. My mother would come in here with my dad with this plate, man, had food hanging off the side of it. Yeah. And he would finish all of it. He's my hero. I'm going to do what he does.
Yeah. You don't finish all of it. She might think you don't like to cook.
Thank you. Huh? Thank you. You don't want that. You can't make mama mad. And so I find myself doing that now. I gotta watch myself. I'm down 50 pounds.
You've been doing it.
Thank you, sir.
Walking in there.
Yes, sir. But I still have those moments where I eat past.
No doubt.
My limit.
Yeah, yes,
sir. I was told, I can still hear my mama saying, hey, you can't go outside
until you
finish your plate.
Until you finish it.
You spoke of portion control. That's another thing. Aesthetically, what does portion control look like? Because I never had portion control.
Exactly. See? And you know, we trigger different too. We ride different. Guess what we do? What's the first thing we do when we go into a restaurant, pay for some food, and the plate smile?
Oh no, I need another plate.
Yeah, we going out. We like, why am I paying for this? But in essence, I don't know what the situation specifically, but they might be giving you the right portion. That might be all you need to have.
It is the right portion. But mama got that heavy hand.
Exactly.
Grandmama got that heavy hand.
Come on now.
You know, and my dad would eat pig feet, pig ears, pig tail, pig snout. The pig ain't got a chance from my dad. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the country.
Yeah.
And so what I saw was him eating a lot, and it kind of led to his demise a little.
No doubt.
He got cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always eat those foods.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
And didn't know any better because that's what he always ate.
That's all he knew.
If black people growing up in the South, the pig was a form of nutrition.
Oh, no doubt.
So the bacon, the sausage, I mean, I love some hot sausage, dog. You know what I'm saying? But in those days, they would probably eat sausage 2 times a day.
Blood pressure through the roof.
Come on now. And my dad had pancreatic cancer, lung cancer, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, Crohn's disease. He wound up having what's it called? I can't think what it is. But he had a bunch of stuff, man, and the root of it had to be
wow. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Wow. And I love this country, man. I really do, man. But man, this stuff is crazy.
It's crazy, man.
That food, it's very crazy. It's unfair.
It's a leading cause to a lot.
A lot.
Gout, all that
stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
And the cheaper the food, the more you get.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's a fact.
Ain't that something?
That's a fact.
$10 can get you
a whole lot of stuff.
A whole lot of stuff.
That should be the clear sign. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Oh my God, man. $10, man, that $5 bag from Wendy's, man.
Man, come on now. All them fillers in it.
Come on, man.
All them fillers in it, man. Then you leave them. The French fries.
Come on now.
I'm
a French fry guy. I'm a French fry guy.
Yeah, 3 months later, the French fries still look the same. It's crazy.
How about that? It's tough to combat that when times are tough.
No doubt.
Even people with money have tough times.
No doubt.
It's ebbs and flows. And you're in business.
Yeah.
Some days are better than others. But it's tough, man. My mom would say, man, what you want for Friday? It's Friday on McDonald's.
Yeah, let's go.
Big Mac meal, it was $3.29.
Man.
A Big Mac, large fry and drink. You see what I'm saying?
$2.99 for stacks.
See?
$2.29.
$5, you know what I'm saying? And so I take that to my son. He's growing up on chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
See? On chicken. Oh, man, come on now. And now at 22, he doesn't play basketball anymore. Got a little smaller gut.
Yeah.
Now, Dad, I don't know about that bad food. Now I'm gonna cook my own food now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now he's getting it. But prior to, man, it's tough, man. This world is tough, man. And so let's get back to we get off task, man. I
love the dialogue, man, because what we talking about is us being a product of our lives.
Right.
I got 2 kids. I got my oldest daughter. My second oldest daughter called me. She says, "Dad, I don't think I'm a good parent." I said, "Why is that?" She says, "I know you told us not to ever compare our kids to anybody else, but my nephew's already potty trained over this, that, and the other. They about the same age, and I can't get my baby potty trained." I says, "Unfortunately,
right,
you are in a position where you're comfortable to still go out there and buy them diapers and wipes and this, that, and the other."
Preach.
So your sister ends a little bit tighter over there. So guess what she gonna do? She gonna put an extra effort on getting him out of them diapers. He gonna have to get potty trained. Yeah, I'm not saying it necessarily makes her better. It's just that because she don't have the funds to spend like you do, you're a little bit more laxed than she was. Okay. So that's why he's potty trained ahead of time, because she didn't have the money to keep on buying them diapers. Wow. So she went out of her way to cut a cost by getting him potty trained.
I respect that.
Product wild vitamin. She got tired of cotton. Then I need money for diapers. I'm telling you, got to figure it out. I ain't had that, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? So guess what? She got him potty trained. He got potty trained early.
Where did your business sense come from?
Man, so my brick and mortar. I had a studio back in the day. I used to do music. I released the album back in 2013. Okay. But the studio was in my house. So as far as having a brick and mortar business outside of my house, that all came in 2020 during COVID. Crazy thing, we opened up 4 businesses during COVID.
Wow.
I I'm a numbers guy. I tell people one of the sayings I say is I don't speak English. English is my second language. My first language is numbers.
Okay.
You show me some numbers and I'll make a decision off numbers.
It makes sense to you.
You know what I'm saying? So I got some numbers. 8 months after this individual tried to get me to do this business, I'm like, I'm not interested in it. And then she showed me how I was wasting money, which made me want to do the business.
Right. Okay.
And then after I was doing the business, I told my wife, I said, hey, I need 3 months. She says, 3 months for what? I said, I'm retiring in 3 months. She said, okay. So I signed up for this business in April. I read everything until May. Told her I was going to retire in 3 months. August came, COVID was still here. I thought COVID was going to be gone.
Right.
Shout out to a strong woman in your life. I went home. I said, "Hey, baby, what you eat? What we eating tonight?" She says, "I don't know. How did it go with you resign?" I said, "I ain't resign." She said, "What you mean resign?" I said, "COVID still here." She said, "But didn't you already pray about it?" I said, "God, dog."
Oh Lord.
I said, "God, dog." So I went back in a week later and resigned, walked away. So last time I ever had a W-2 job was August of 2020, and we opened up as partners. We opened up 4 locations as partners with other people, and then fast forward to 2021, we opened up our own location in Jersey.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So,
man, you spoke a word, because it sounds like, this woman here, and I know your woman. We all know your woman. She's from the hood. She'll fight somebody. She done killed 2 people.
Bad thing about the only bad thing about it is she went to McGavin.
Wow. Shut up. I've been waiting to use it.
She gonna get both of them.
I've been waiting to use it. I'm sorry, but it sounds like that you understood that getting a good woman,
no doubt,
is going to hold you down through tough times.
No doubt.
To say you're going to resign and she don't say, "No, you don't need to do that. You don't do that." No, she stood back and allowed you to be the man in the relationship.
No doubt.
And whatever decisions you make, you got to stand up.
No doubt.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
No doubt.
And she's going to love you through the pain and discomfort of having a business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's speak about your take on relationships, because early on, having children early.
Yeah.
And man, because I used to work at a swingers club, and it really messed with me.
Yeah.
Because everybody that go to the swingers club ain't ugly.
Yeah. No doubt.
Ain't single. Married. So it really I had to reprogram myself.
Yeah.
But you having children early.
Yeah.
Did you base your relationship now on the relationship that you saw with your family, with your mother and father?
I do, to a certain extent. But when my wife and I met, she was done, and I was done. She wasn't looking, I wasn't looking.
Right.
And that's how I knew it was right, because I wasn't looking, I was done.
Those are the best ones.
After my first marriage, I'm like, I ain't doing this no more. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I think I got married for all the wrong reasons. We were young, we had kids, let's get married. And
Right.
So after that was done, I'm like, I'm done.
Don't it take a lot out of you, that divorce as a man?
It does.
It took me out.
Yeah, it does take a lot.
It takes
a lot.
How did you mentally work your way through that?
I got an aunt. My mother passed in 2009.
Sorry to hear that.
And when my mother passed, her baby sister vowed to be the best replication of my mom.
Shout out to them.
And she was my voice of reason. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. You need somebody in your life that's gonna call you on your BS.
Wow.
You need somebody in your life that's gonna, like, it's cliche for you to say, "Oh yeah, you gotta have somebody that's gonna tell you like it is." Man, listen, my Aunt Esther is gonna tell me like it is, whether I like it or not.
Shout out to the name Esther.
Man, my aunt, man, I promise you, I wouldn't, like, she has a firm hand on me being who I am today.
Right.
And you just got to have somebody in your corner like that. You got to.
That's remarkable. When I was going through my first divorce, I tried to play the tough guy. Don't need nobody. Anybody kill me.
Yeah, it will.
Being afraid to ask for help.
Man.
Being afraid to go to therapy. Being afraid to kind of focus in on what I didn't do. And trying to blame everybody else.
Man, come on, man.
That's just the immaturity of me at that time. And so to hear you fight through it and have somebody that you can bounce things off of.
No doubt.
That's a saving grace.
But therapy is a beautiful thing, though.
It is
Our culture tells us that it's a sign of weakness, but that's false.
Maybe not so much now.
Yeah.
Okay. Therapy is everywhere. In the 80s, in the mid-90s, when I was going through it, are you weak?
Yeah, you weak.
You soft.
You
crazy.
What's wrong with
you? You throw it off.
I was talking to somebody. Yeah, you crazy. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Man, listen. The first time I went to therapy, man, I couldn't even get through the phone conversation without breaking down.
No doubt.
Because all that soothing voice on the other end, it made it sound like they care, and I needed to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that whether it's therapy or meditating or journaling or doing something, you take showers, that's your time to get your mind for the day.
Focus.
For the day. That's a form of therapy.
Man, listen, mental health, what we just talking about earlier, is real. And unfortunately, we are extreme creatures. You know, you go out with your homeboy, he pull up and he be like, yeah, man, she talking about I shouldn't have came out tonight because she gonna leave. But he's there though.
Right.
Then he comes out the next weekend. Then he finally gets home in the bags packed. Then he calls you, man, she leaving for real. And then now you don't see him for 3 months because now he's doing everything he should have been doing before the extreme situation came about. No different than with health. You know what I'm saying? You doing what you're supposed to be doing with the health and whatnot. And then what ends up happening is you're about to lose your foot.
That's right.
Now, everything that they done told you before, they told you you're about to lose your foot. Now you're doing it.
Right.
We are extreme creatures. So that us being extreme creatures, it really has an effect on us in every aspect of life, whether it's relationships, whether it's talking to people or whatever the case may be. We're extreme. We wait until an extreme reason to have to go talk to somebody.
Right.
Mental health is real, y'all. Y'all go talk to somebody. Don't wait until your marriage is on the in shambles to go talk to a counselor, therapy. Me and my wife, everything is great. But guess what we gonna do? We gonna go get some counseling just to make sure we stay straight. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a sign of weakness, man. I encourage you to do so you can. If you haven't done it, you don't know what you're missing out on.
Right.
Give it a try. Give it a try.
I appreciate that because a lot of our brothers and sisters don't believe in it. They've been hurt. They've been let down by relationships. And I see you talk about relationships a lot. You do it in a joking way.
Yeah, I do.
But it's a lot of honest conversation.
No doubt.
In those posts. Do you think it's your responsibility to help men through these tough times, knowing that you've made it?
I do. Because what you just said is a lot of what I did. If it wasn't for my aunt, I would have done the same thing, and I would have kept it all in.
Right.
And I come to find out that when you talk to somebody, the response you get is, "Oh man, you too." And then now it opens up the door for y'all to have somebody to talk, to hold you accountable, to help you through those trenches in them dark times.
Right.
But if you never tell nobody, because social media is smoke and mirrors, y'all.
Boy. Social
media, you got a lot of people that are publicly blessed, but behind the scenes they stressed. I mean, and it is what it is, but everybody wants to feel like if my marriage, my relationship, my business ain't doing 7 figures. Man, all the businesses are not doing 7 figures.
Somebody lying.
All these marriages ain't just beautiful all the time. Listen, y'all, it's going to be up and downs. And you got to take the up and downs. You got to take the up and downs with everything else that comes.
But people in this era don't have to fight for a relationship. Close to 65% of marriages go in divorce. Of that 65%, 70% of that 65% are initiated by women. Men tend to stay and deal with it. Women don't. That's concerning. Now, I'm not saying all women like that.
Yeah.
But the numbers don't lie. You can look it up yourself.
Yeah.
Over 60% of marriages end in divorce. And of 70% of that 60%. That means the majority of, let's say, 47% of the 60% marriages are initiated and divorced by women. And so these are women that wanted to get married, that wanted to walk down the aisle, and maybe decided that, hey, this is too tough.
So what do you think? What do you think that they were told before marriage?
I think it's smoke and mirrors. I think it's social media. I think that the only perfect day in a marriage is the wedding day.
Come on, man.
After that, it's work.
Come on.
I think that any real man is, and I say real, a man that's a man of God. He's a protector. He's a provider. Any man understands that, hey, man, listen, we're together.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be out in the streets all the time. We have to work on our home first, and that may take time. And sometimes having those type of restraints, a woman may not like that. Because they're used to doing what they want to do. Coupled with the fact that there's always a girlfriend that don't like you, that's envious, that you married and she not. Let's be clear. Everybody know.
No, facts.
All your white friends don't like you.
That's facts. I'm going to tell you something. We
don't call on that. Listen,
it's true.
What you talking?
We stop. I'm going to tell you something. Who do you think? And I'm going somewhere with this analogy.
Okay.
Who do you think? Who's the best boxer of all time?
I'm going to go with Muhammad Ali.
So listen, if somebody would have set the young Muhammad Ali down and said, "Hey, Cassius," because he was Cassius when he was younger. Hey, Cassius,
right.
I feel like you can be the greatest boxer of all times. You're gonna get out there, you're gonna rousle, you're gonna beat everybody up,
right.
And that's how it's gonna go. And you don't prepare or tell him that there's gonna be some rounds where he's gonna get knocked loose.
That's right.
But his defense is so great that he'll be able to get through those rounds where somebody sneaks him with a good uppercut or a hook. You prepare for that. And right. I feel like that's the difference between marriage lasting through hard times is we don't have nobody that before you get married telling you, hey, look, it's going to be messed up. It's going to be raggedy sometimes. It's going to be this. You tell them, oh, it's going to be great. Marriage is so beautiful. And this, that, and the other. And then y'all are going to grow old together. Da, 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 da. And then what ends up happening is you get hit with a hard time. You're like, hold up, I ain't signed up for this.
Right.
And then now you're ready to back on out. But just like boxing, you got to understand when you get into a marriage, and you get hit with that left hook and that right hook and that uppercut, you got to go back to the corner and talk to your cut man Jesus.
Right, preach.
So when you go to your cut man, you be like, hey man, go on hook me up where the bleeding is stopped for right now, so I can go back out here and fight for my marriage in this next round and do it where the blood ain't falling off into my eye. So but see, the problem is what he just said. A lot of y'all got the wrong cut man. You got your girlfriend as your cut man, and then your girlfriend she gonna make it worse. She gonna throw alcohol on your face, and now you're upset, and you're going back out to fight for you going back out fighting for your marriage with the wrong mindset because you're irritated, you're frustrated, your eyes burning. So I just tell people, listen, marriage is ugly, it's raggedy, it's hard. She ain't gonna always look pretty. He ain't always gonna have money. Ain't always gonna look pretty. When you see him naked, it ain't gonna be. You know what I mean? Just give it all to him. So when it happens, they're like, I remember this part. I remember this part. Now I know what to do. You got to remember that part so you know what to do. So if you don't remember that part, you're not gonna know what to do. And then when it hits you, you're gonna be like, they ain't tell me nothing about this, and you're gonna think that it's not a part of what it is.
Right.
When it really is, and then you're gonna want to walk away from it.
I love that. I think that's perfect. We have this fallacy that everything's going to be all right all the time. That money's going to be flowing. You can come and go as you please. My parents were married for 55 years. And I saw my dad love my mother when she didn't even recognize him. She had Alzheimer's and dementia. Stop talking to him, stop recognizing him for the last 2 years of her life. And he put almost 60 years into this woman. And so what I saw him do, it's real dude. What I saw him do was, when we first put her in a nursing home, he went to see her 5 days a week for 6 hours a day. And she didn't say his name not one time. How about that? I see my daddy struggle to get to like a Uber, like a bus that would take him to Ashland City Highway to that nursing home and drop him off. So that's the type of love I've seen. Now it's not rare with my parents and older parents in that generation because that's all they had. Civil rights, money low. They had to have the home to be tight.
Yeah, no doubt.
But now, man, the scary part is that a woman or a man can wake up and say, I don't want to do this. And they are well within their right. Wow. Ain't that something? You with somebody, you go before God, you're thinking it's okay, and they look at the ceiling and say, hey, I don't want to do this. that they breaking the law. But what I seen, and I want you to speak on this. What I seen was women that have gone through divorce thinking there's something out there. Ain't nothing out there.
Ain't nothing out there. And sometimes the grass is green on the other side, but you know what it takes to fertilize grass? A lot of boo-boo.
A whole lot of boo-boo. And they don't want to put up no boo-boo.
Could come with a lot of boo-boo. And I tell you this too. Right. A lot of times, like I say, we got to go back to the root. A lot of us as parents, if we want to make sure help this next generation out, if they come to you and say they want to do gymnastics, that girl, she can't quit. She shouldn't have signed up for it. She couldn't. Let her work through it. At least let her get through the first season.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Too many times, like, Mom, she said she doesn't. Becky said she doesn't want to do it. I don't want to see her this sad. Then guess what? Then she gonna go get married, and then as soon as Becky don't like, you should just get a divorce.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
All this stuff is learned, man. And I know some. I know you could be. It could be a stretch to draw the analogy, or to make it all and put it all in alignment. But a lot of it has something to do with stuff that we dealt with in the past and how we dealt with it in the past. It could be something totally different.
Right.
But letting these kids quit all the time,
right?
They ain't gonna be able to fight for nothing.
And I love it when I see couples fight for it.
Yeah,
because it's just a season. It's not for the duration. It is a season. Now, unless this guy, a girl, a woman, a man have, babies on the side. Whatever your non-negotiable is.
Exactly.
Even if you're non-negotiable, it's fine. I have my thoughts on that. If they have a baby on the side, okay. If he hits on you, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, normal disagreements are part of it. And we live in a microwave society.
Man, come on.
We want things right now.
Facts.
I would rather struggle the first 2 years to get the next 10 how I want.
Come on, now.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a word right
because
that's a word.
Because once you get married, the devil has you at the top of his hit list.
Come on now.
Okay, I can't attack him because the head is strong, the man is strong. I'm gonna attack his children. Okay, I'm gonna attack the bedroom. They working all the time, so I'm gonna attack that. I'm gonna make that so raggedy that he gonna do something, she gonna do something.
Exactly.
I'm gonna attack the finances. So just like in the movie Sinners, you had to let the devil in. He's hell to get out.
That's a fact.
That movie there was something else. Yeah. And so you have to let those type of spirits in the house. Now, money ain't always gonna be good.
It ain't.
Your bedroom ain't always gonna be great. Your children ain't always gonna do the right thing. But man, it is just a season, man.
That's all it is.
God. And so once you let listen, let me tell you something. Once you let that bad spirit in, man, it's tough because it feels good to yell and scream and argue. It feels good, but it's difficult to say, baby, we gotta talk.
Yeah, we gotta talk.
Because what I didn't learn in my second marriage was I don't win. I need to win every argument. Who am I winning? Who am I beating?
Come on now.
Who am I winning against? That's my wife.
Yeah. Wow.
No. I have a say so and so does she. So I'm not making her look bad by me having the last word per se. It's not an argument to win. We're in the thing together. So no one wins. We just understand our position.
Come on now.
But we have too many people out here that have to have the last word. And I run for women. I sprint from women that say, and I hope y'all listening, that says, I say what's on my mind. Because if I don't put in 80 hours in a week, I don't want to hear what's on your mind if it ain't positive. Because you can say what you want to say.
Yeah.
That don't mean you gotta say it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm your husband.
Yeah.
You gotta beat me over the head.
Yeah.
I get you.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? And so, again, man, we off track. But I like where we're going. I just think that as men, we gotta do better. I think we have to repair the damage that we've done. I've had a lot of bad influences in my life, and I've took them out on women, on women.
No doubt.
And I apologize for that, and I will continue to apologize for that. I was told wrong. I just was told wrong. I thought what I was doing was right.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's just a mature man in me. And so, but hey, listen, I'm going to switch gears real fast because we could have a whole story on this guy. Because I'm learning from you because, hey man, listen, you battled through the unthinkable. Early children, working through that, your mother passing away, businesses. You've been through a lot mentally,
no
and you're
doubt.
Still here to smile about it and thank God for those tough times.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? And so when your children ask you stuff or got problems, you got tools in the tool shed.
Absolutely.
Hold on. I'm gonna come back in 15 minutes. Only thing you're doing is going to the tool shed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit them with this. They're gonna say this. I'm gonna come back with that.
Absolutely.
And boom,
absolutely.
boom, boom. That's what experiences do. And that's why I say we can't lay in the season of turmoil. We're gonna work through it. It's three kind of people. The person that's about to go through something, that's in the middle of going through something, and just got through going through something. So we're gonna make it. We just gotta have the stamina. I'm dropping bars today, okay?
Yeah.
Bars. So you go to South America.
Yes, sir.
How did we get there? How did we get from going to Shepherdwood, moving to Shepherdwood, going to Highland Heights, to Maplewood, having a family, have beautiful children, to all of a sudden you say, you know what? I want to know where I come from. I want to hear that story.
Shout out to Melissa Chapman, my wife.
Shout out to Melissa.
My wife knows how much my family means to me. And she been in my head. It's been in my head like, don't you want to go back and see where your mother came from? Like, she ain't there no more, so it's cool. I just, I ain't get a chance to go with her. I don't want to go. So it wasn't really high on my list to do, because I'm like, I don't know if this trip is going to be as good without my mom. So she orchestrated this with my older brother and my Aunt Esther that I told y'all about.
Shout out to Esther.
They made it happen, and it was the best experience of my life. Just to see my namesake, my uncle, who I was named after, that's never left South America. I'm named after him. I would have never had a chance to meet him. He has no desire to leave South America. So if I ain't go see him, I wouldn't have had a chance to meet him. So that was great, seeing where my mother lived at, where my mother got married at. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was chief of police, so I got to see the compound that they lived on. So it was great to just really see where I came from. So yeah, even though I was born in the United States, my mother and my father's from Trinidad and Tobago, so we're going there next year. My wife making me go there. Let me not say make, like I don't want to go there, but we have it on the calendar to go next year, and I'm looking forward to just seeing that part of where my background comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. How was that when you first touched down? Because you had a beautiful story on Facebook and Instagram about it. You landed, you leave the United States, over the water, and then you touching down to a foreign land. Yeah. But your blood and bones and love is there. How was that moment?
Man, it was surreal. It was surreal, man. We landed, and all kind of emotions was going through me, and I didn't really break down till about maybe day 4 when I met my uncle and saw some cousins that used to live in the States that went back home. We had a day where we met up with everybody, and we were all there just relaxing, reminiscing, and things of that nature. And everybody was just telling stories about my mom and everything. And I dipped off in the corner. I didn't think nobody noticed it.
Right.
Y'all gonna hear his name over and over again. My Aunt Esther and my wife, they saw me and came over there and just made sure I was okay. Wow. So that kind of broke down. It all kind of hit, you know what I'm saying? So I met a lot of cousins I would have never got a chance to meet. A lot of aunts, cousins. I mean, like it was amazing, man. So I just encourage you, if you were born in the States and you have family that's not from the States, go home, go visit where your background comes from, where your lineage is. You know what I'm saying? Go find out where you come from.
Wow, that was a touching moment, because not everybody gets a chance to leave the country. That shows that you're successful. That's not a cheap trip, but it's more so for you as a man to see where it all began.
Absolutely.
See what I'm saying? You see your mother and all these strangers.
Yes.
The mannerisms, the skin color, the eyes, everything. Once you left, let's talk about you dropped down in South America. Yeah. You have your moment. Like, did you want to leave? Did you want to stay? I know you had to come home, obviously. Yeah. But what did you want to leave? What type of impact did you want to leave on your new family?
Well, man, I didn't want to leave, but I knew I had to. And we going back in 1997. I mean, 2027.
Okay.
2027. We going back in 2027. So it impacted my life enough for me to plan to go back.
Wow.
Know? So it was a great time, man. We had a good time, and I didn't want to leave. The food, everything is.
Goodness.
You know, I tell you something, man. Go travel, whether and if you're born in the United States and your whole lineage is from your immediate mother, grandmother, great grandmother is all from the United States, still just go travel, because United States, the news and whatnot, they have a way of making you think that certain countries are a certain way when they really not. You would think Guyana and Africa and wherever any other country is just Haiti. All these countries are just back where Haiti is a third world country, so that might be a little different. But there's a lot of countries that all they'll show you is bushes and jungles and dirt roads and stuff like that. And these countries have beautiful infrastructure. Africa has infrastructure just like the United States, if not better. And I'm telling you, I'm not making it up. They do. So yeah, I encourage you, just travel and get outside your comfort zone. I mean, I know that with everything, with the turmoil going on, with the president and what all is that and the other, some people might be kind of skeptical to travel. I get that. You know, I'm not going to judge you for that, but there's ever a time that you feel comfortable enough to get outside of these United States, do so. And I want to encourage y'all to do this too, man. Let me tell y'all what y'all need to stop doing.
How's your business?
In the United States, when you live a certain place, it seems like the only place everybody want to travel to is Miami, Vegas, and Atlanta, and then now Texas too.
Oh yeah.
Don't treat traveling abroad the same way. Don't go to Cancun every single year. You could switch up and go to Cabo at least. If you go to Cabo, go to St. Lucia, go to Belize, go to the U.S. Virgin. Just don't. The world is. It's enormous. So just experience different things, different cultures, different foods, and different things like that, instead of just being inside of your box, man. You don't understand how much it'll do for your spirit. I'm telling you.
Hey, guy, we're gonna leave on that note. You got me thinking about going. Me and my frat brothers are going to Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica the next year, guy. Looking forward to it. I've been to. I don't count Tier 1 back in college. That's a whole other story.
Oh man!
Don't drink the water. And then I went to Cuba.
Oh, that's what's up.
Cuba was live, guy. You know, we ain't got no hoods over here.
Yeah.
These 5-star hoods.
Yeah. It's different over there.
Set a court 5-star.
Yeah.
Over there, serious business, guy. And all the women are gorgeous. Can't speak a lick of English, but gorgeous.
Wow.
Yes. But hey, we're gonna leave on that note. Hey, I want to thank Cecil Chapman for coming. Listen here, I've learned a lot about him. First time meeting him, but I've always been a fan. And I've asked around about you, man, and what people had to say, you were beyond solid.
And I appreciate that.
Just know that people are watching. People are always watching. You think they're not watching, but we all got fans of people that kind of look at what we're doing. And I'll tell you something, man. I want you to hear your thoughts on this. I got up to 350 pounds, man, and I go see. I'm at a funeral, and the guy I'm cool with, I ain't gonna say his name. We cool. We are internet cool. We Facebook cool.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, it's time for you to lose weight." He said, "I ain't even recognize you," and that resonated with me. So for him to care enough about me, and we ain't best friends. Like I'm not on his top 50 people to call every day. But he felt like he was compelled, and we were cool enough to say, "You're gonna kill yourself, man. You're gonna do something about it. You're gonna hurt yourself. You know better than it. You need to do something about that, for real."
You never know who watching.
You never know. People always watching, brother.
And I know you ready to close the show out, but I have to say this. I said this off camera. I gotta say this, man. I moved from South Nashville in 1986 to the East Side, Shepherdwood. I moved to Shepherdwood in 1986. I was 8 years old. My brother was 8 years older than me, 16. My other brother was 10 years older than me, 18. They were my heroes in basketball, football, everything.
Shout out to him.
So that's all I saw. Now I'm out east. Guess who is 8 years older than me as well, and wasn't even from Shepherdwood, but we used to come over there and hoop from time to time. David Son. But I'm a kid though, so I ain't like I'm about to run to what up with you, Dad? You know. But I sat on them swing sets and watched him do damage to people. And it's so crazy because I've had conversations about it over and over again. Anybody who talk basketball when we get together and talk sports, I always bring up David Sutherland. Never like it's not like we was homeboys, nothing like that. But I vividly, I clearly remember seeing him do things to the point where I started to follow him through his career in basketball, even though I've never had an opportunity to say, man, you inspired me, or you encouraged me, or you impacted my basketball career with me doing this, that, and the other. I talk about it all the time. Anybody who's been around me know I bring his name up all the time. So for him to reach out and say, hey, man, I want you on the podcast, I feel like, man, this is crazy. So just like you just said, you never know who's watching. You never know who you've impacted, brother. You impacted me years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago,
Thank
brother.
You, sir.
Years
Thank
ago.
You, sir. We're only... So I want to be a part of your tribe. I want you to be a part of my tribe because I'm here because other people impacted me.
No doubt.
See, my brother hung around some good people that would come by my dorm room, call me, make sure. This is a whole other topic, but it wasn't many blacks at Chiraca.
Wow.
I'll tell you another note. I was one of a few blacks that some white people had first seen. On the other blacks is on TV. Wow. So it's that type of a third world accountable school. It's diverse now. But I had a tribe of people that really pulled at me. And so if people ask me, was I the best basketball player? No. I just had opportunity. And I took advantage of it. Everybody didn't have a mother and father. Everybody, some guys had to work at 16. Wow. A full-time job. I didn't have to do that. I had a brother that went to college and made mistakes and made sure I didn't do it. So, it's just different. I don't know why God put me in the Hall of Fame. I don't know why there were other guys that were more deserving. But I'm honored that he chose me. And I carry that tight to the heart because he didn't have to give it to me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so for you to say, I'm an impact on you.
No doubt.
Hey, man, I'm just being what my mother and father wanted me to be.
No doubt.
I ran with some dudes that was wild. It was sketchy for a moment. I thought certain things were cool, and God kept his hand on me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm a nice boy. See? So we can go on and on. Yeah. I didn't know kids didn't have a mother and father till I started working with kids back in '93. Wow. A lot of them kids that went to Maplewood and Center Court, Langon, they had no father.
Yeah.
I heard the kids say, I don't like my father. I love my father. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You heard that too.
Same.
Yeah. So I'm honored by that, man. And I don't take that stuff lightly, man. I carry myself like a professional basketball player.
No doubt.
I always have. And I watch what I do. I watch what I say.
No doubt.
I'm respectful. I'm teaching my son to read the room.
That's real.
Trust your gut.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel right, that party will be there 2 weeks from now.
Exactly. Move around.
I can't tell you how many times I went somewhere, man, and the vibe is just,
Yeah.
At that point, I need to dab, and I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Intuition, man.
Well,
discernment.
Discernment. And my son is developing it.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Being a young man out on the road, man, and want to kick it. Man, check the vibe, man. Pay your 10 to get in 20. If they what? Okay, all right. That dude, man, the know it. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of times when you do that, you mess around and see a post and like, I was just there.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
So, hey, man, again, listen. This has been amazing. This has been amazing, and I'm glad he's here. He will be back to the high table. Cecil Chapman. I'm glad he came in, and it was a pleasure. If you like what you heard, go to my channel at The High Table with David Sutherland. Need my subscribers up. We're going to do something at his spot. 14 minutes from East Nashville. We're going to do a live one day.
Yes.
That'll be awesome. So, see you guys later. Peace. Yeah, dog.